Hello and welcome to the Noise of Three. I'm sick.
I was honestly expecting you to cough while doing that.
I'm not sick.
Okay, it actually baited out a real cough.
I'm not sick either, I'm Dylan.
That's what you get.
And I can cough into my mic because I bought it.
Hi sick, I'm Dad.
But you still shouldn't be that close to it.
Alright. Visual gags don't work on this show, I forgot.
Well, that one works because they could probably hear it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which one?
Him being close to his mic.
Oh. Well, yeah. Alright, what are we talking about today?
Talking about Kaiba. It's one of my pocket secret favorite shows.
It confused me.
So it should.
It confused me up until episode 4, and then I kind of stayed with it, and I kind of understood where it was going.
It all
the
made
whole
sense.
story was pretty fucking interesting.
The plot itself is actually quite simple.
It all made sense in the end to me.
If you look at like a tree of it, it's quite simple.
So lay out this simple plot for us.
So we're not going to spoil this one, because I feel like if
you spoil it, you
detract
can't watch it.
from this, because this is a very surrealist show. It absolutely is. It's not, the plot isn't necessarily important, but the individual elements of the plot are important in the overall experience of the show, because it's supposed to make you feel a way, not a specific way, but a way. But the main crux of this show is that it's kind of cyberpunky, but everyone is like their
Space.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's in space a little bit, but it's everyone's the science has advanced so far that our bodies are essentially useless. They're more or less just,
Shells.
yeah, because it's like, buy the newest model or anything, but you can just download memories and delete bad memories that you have.
So you're always happy.
So you're always happy, but and more importantly, is that your body can die and they can just pop you into another body and it's fine.
So long as
So long as you have your little brain chip, which is about the size of like a
it's like a really, really small ice cream cone.
yeah, it's a little cone. But the main plot of this is that we find our main character Kaiba, the titular character, has a hole in his chest, like a literal hole, and then bam, he gets chased by these things that we later learn that steal memories so they can sell good ones to the rich, and it's basically just Kaiba trying to regain his memories. All he has is the hole in his chest and a locket with a picture of a girl in it.
He's just running and gunning type of deal, except he
Pretty
doesn't
much.
have a gun.
And it's basically you follow Kaiba going from planet to planet, experiencing different people, experiencing different bodies, and then, eventually the conclusion happens after that.
By the end, how many bodies has he been in? He's been in 3 or so?
Yeah, there's his main body, the stuffed animal, the girl. I think it's 4.
4?
Yeah.
Alright. So, for me, the show made no sense until the last few episodes, and I kind of pieced it together. But I guess I have a problem with surrealist shows because I'm just like, I don't understand it.
But you watched Lane fine.
I watched Serial Experiments Lane 3 times before it took me twice to get what was going on. The third time was for my enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I watched it, I was so confused.
You didn't like the alien?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't remember that? There's that alien that shows up in that sweater at one point.
Oh! I don't want to talk about him. He reminds me of some things.
Yeah.
So, how'd you like it, Goat?
I liked it a lot. This was before I was sick, so I was on top of my game. It was very interesting to watch that show with Zach, because I was like, oh, I get it. And Zach's like, what the fuck's happening? And it was kind of interesting to kind of relay the plot and my understanding of what was happening to him, because I do feel like it's a show where... Oh, I was very loud.
Back up.
Oh, no. It is a show where I do believe that certain parts you can interpret certain characters' actions very differently. And it is very nice.
I feel when I rewatch it, I'm going to look at certain characters completely differently. And
their intentions as well.
Yeah, and their intentions completely differently.
There's something that of note that I really appreciate. Dylan pointed out to me when we first started the show, and that is the artists of the show were told they were allowed to go off model for characters.
Yeah, if I could equate it to something, it's a softer panty and stocking kind of art style.
It reminds me of Astro
Yeah,
Boy.
they take liberties with the outline.
So like the biggest part with this is that it's very low detail, all of it, like all of it. So
Yeah. Your
yeah.
backgrounds are just like looks like
Basically
water
just-
paintings,
yeah,
pretty much.
It's water paint. And then so they were able to do much more fluid animation. So it's actually animated about roughly 24 frames a second, which is incredibly high for most television anime. And it was a relatively mid-budget show. So the fact that they were able to go off model and then have such low detail on the models is that they were able to do crazy action scenes, like the very first episode where he's running on the ostrich. Like crazy stuff that you wouldn't expect from a TV anime. It looks like movie quality animation, but it's so low detail that it looks they can get away with it.
Just lower the resolution of that noodle and it'll look more noodly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that show was very entertaining. There's not really a whole lot to talk about without it being, kind of spoiled.
Tell us a little bit about the director.
So yeah, this director has done Tatami Galaxy and Ping Pong, which are his two other shows. So there's like Kaiba and Tatami Galaxy and Ping Pong, which Ping Pong is not surrealist, but Tatami Galaxy is. So, am I the only one who's ever seen Ping Pong? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like even a picture of it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Fuck.
Fudge.
Hold on. Here, go fill air.
Okay,
Why do we need to
No.
fill air? Because the director also worked on something else. He did an episode of Adventure Time.
Oh yeah, he also did an adventure, an episode of Space Dandy.
And an
I
episode
was
of Space
gonna tell
Dandy.
about my day, but I guess my day is not important enough to fill
It's
there
not
with.
important anymore.
Oh.
What do we need to know other than you're just sick doing stuff?
They keep telling me I'm dying. I'm not dying. I'm just sick.
Everyone's dying. Right on cue.
Here you go. That's Ping Pong the animation.
I've seen bits of that.
No, I've never seen it.
Okay. Ping Pong's real good, but
Show the audience. Put it right into the microphone.
no, they can just Google Ping Pong the animation.
Why don't we put a link and be helpful?
No.
All right, no
No
link.
spoon feeding.
We're gonna make them use Google.
Yeah.
Specifically Google. Like if you're using some other search browser, like
DuckDuckGo is acceptable.
DuckDuckGo is acceptable. But anything else? not
Yeah,
acceptable.
but I mean, with Kaiba, at the end of the day, it's like you can talk about the plot all you want, but that doesn't really matter.
You're not gonna go anywhere because you can go in like 6 different directions with the plot.
Yeah, and there's like the Lighthouse episode where it's just like
It's
it just actually serves no purpose
so
to the
it's
plot.
it's kind of adventure of the day, but I feel it does serve kind of a purpose, but
Not to the plot.
not to the plot. It
it's
does
supposed-
does to like character development.
Yeah.
But I feel so it's kind of like adventure of the day, but not really because all the episodes eventually culminate into one big thing that happens.
But again, with this, it's just the show's not supposed to get you from point A to point B. It's supposed to be get to point A to point B, but enjoy everything that happened in between it. So it's surrealism is like not literal. It's all symbolic. So it's just you just look at it and just as an experience instead of a show.
Yeah. It was really relaxing to watch that. Like it's just a very relaxing to the music, to the atmosphere, to the character interactions. Even when it gets tense, still nice to just sort of sit back and watch what's happening. It's not really a turn your brain off show, as more as don't think about it too much. It's an experience more
I
than
went the
anything.
other way with that. That
See,
atmosphere depresses me.
See, I actually just enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, yeah, there were some depressing moments, like the Lighthouse episode, for instance.
Well, no, that's not even what I'm talking about. It's just like that world is.
Yeah,
I read it as
their
depressive.
universe is just
yeah.
kind of their universe is really shitty in Kaiba. It's not a great place to live.
Yeah, it's not, but I enjoy looking at those
Yeah,
places.
the worlds were all granted they were drawn super basic, but it was all really good to watch and look at and take in. So I see where you're coming from there.
And though I did see it as a, as a depressing atmosphere, Kaiba did kind of go through it. I mean, granted, at first it did start off sort of like an infant in his behavior, because our character is a blank slate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wakes up, first episode starts, he wakes up, he has no memories.
The enjoyable part is our character's interaction in that world, rather than the world itself. And I could take enjoyment out of the positive in that.
Yeah.
That's my take.
All right. On to other shows like this?
Yeah, so surrealism is really hard to actually find in anime, because there's surprisingly a lot of it, but no one really tags it as such. So I think Goat, you've seen Paprika?
Which is Paprika again?
It's Inception.
I don't believe so.
Girl has a machine that can jump into people's dreams.
I have seen some of that.
That's like your go-to. Like pretty much any Satoshi Kon movie is just like go-to. So like Paprika and Perfect Blue are your good go-tos.
Oh, I've seen Perfect Blue.
You have?
I should still have it, yeah.
Oh, that movie's phenomenal.
It's top tier.
Interesting story about that movie. Did you know it was supposed to be a live-action movie?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You want to know why it's not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why is it not?
Oh, I asked it, did you want to know?
Oh, sorry. I said, do you know why? Yeah, I want to know why it wasn't.
So, because it was going to be cheaper to make an anime movie than it was to hire and pay a whole crew to do it.
I can definitely see that.
So it was like this movie that is considered by like a lot of like quote unquote highbrow anime fans.
What even?
I know. That to be like one of the best animated movies, and it's just like this wasn't even supposed to be an animated movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that should have been live action instead of animated, apparently from what you've told me, Berserk would have been way better if it was a live action show on HBO rather than the horrible mess you found it to be.
We'll get to Berserk later. So the other, so those are like two like good movies to start off with, and if you want to just go ham on movies, it's like Uchusen no Tezuku, but it translates to Angel Egg.
Oh yeah. We started the series.
It's not a series.
I thought it was a series.
It's a movie.
Then I've always just started the movie, never finished it.
Yeah.
Did you start it?
Yeah, I started it with you, and then we had to leave or something.
I don't think we did.
I swore we did.
Girl with the white hair has a little egg.
Oh, I know of that movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They just look bewildered right now. For those who they both look bewildered.
I don't remember starting it with you because if we did start it, I would have made you sit your ass down while watching the whole thing.
All right. Well.
There must have been something important then. But go on.
So Angel Egg, top tier, favorite anime movie, no joke. And then if you want to go into series, there's actually there's a lot of shorts that are really good surrealism. So
Wouldn't doubt it.
yeah, like Happy Machine's really good. Man, Happy Machine's fucked up. Look that up on YouTube.
Anything called Happy Machine or Pillar of Flesh would not be a thing I'd want to look at.
Happy Machine's interesting. We should watch it after this.
Okay.
It's like
Can
7
do.
minutes long.
Right.
And then I think we obviously mentioned Serial Experiments Lane. Watch Kaiba absolutely watch Kaiba.
Serial Experiments Lane is if you're a computer fan, you'll
Yeah.
probably like it. Especially if you did anything with older computers and were a Mac fan at the beginning of when Mac started becoming a thing. There's a ton of Mac shoutouts in that show.
Then the other one I would have to suggest, which is people either say the show is shit or it's their favorite, is Kyosugaga.
I got it from you and we haven't started it.
Yes, that show's very hard to start.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I walked in on you and Goat watching it, and I was just like, what am I watching?
No, because we watched that at Goat's apartment, and then we started from the beginning, and then you just went like, I have no clue what's going on.
Oh, yeah. I remember
the girl and the two boys running around the city.
That one, exactly.
I have a problem with, I guess, surrealism shows. I can't. Like, once it gets to the end, I'm like,
you
okay,
just have to sit and observe.
I have to get to the end. If you ask me anything about it, halfway through, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. That's what I was talking about with Kaiba. It's really something you don't really have to turn your brain off for, but don't really try to understand it.
That's what I did, and that was the wrong idea. Looking back, if you just sit down and absorb it and go, I have to wait till about halfway through before you know what's going on, you're good. It's not like one of those animes where it's like present problem, explain problem.
Yeah.
Present solution, explain
introduction,
solution.
rising action, climax, falling action, epilogue.
It's not. Kaiba isn't what they teach you in school, kids.
I would say Kaiba and surrealism in general is more something that when you watch it, you find pieces throughout it, but don't try to make them fit. Wait till more pieces arrive, and even then, maybe they won't fit.
Even at the end, maybe it won't fit.
Yeah.
And then you
just gotta kind of.
It's not anime, but 2 movie suggestions is Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah.
It's more on the horror
one.
side of surrealism, but it's still 8 out of 10.
Sam recommended that for me.
Yeah. It's
Very
actually
good.
a phenomenal movie. And Silent Hill is just ripped off. Like no joke.
But not Homecoming. Homecoming is fucking purely original and it's amazing. Silent Hill Homecoming's a good game. Go buy it on Xbox 360.
No, it's not. Ian got me a copy of that game and just made me play it.
He also got a copy, brought it here, and played it beat the whole game in almost one night. And I'm just like, why are you guys here? It's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I beat that game 8 times. I got every costume.
I'm
You
sorry,
and Ian
Goat.
should talk.
See, here's the thing. I like that game independently from everything. And whenever somebody else tells me they like Homecoming, I'm like, disgusting. I beat that game 8 times.
You should talk to Ian.
Probably.
So, and then the other one is, the grandpappy of surrealism movies, Eraserhead.
Shit.
I have never seen it. I think we're gonna have to watch it.
Oh, I am down to do an Eraserhead podcast.
I'm down.
I've seen that movie like a dozen times. I love that movie so much.
Do you want some chocolate milk to make you stronger?
No, remember how bad that was for you last night?
You were dying.
I was fine. I drank almost the rest of it this morning.
You drank almost the whole glass last night, and then we just see you wheel around in your wheelie chair, and you're just almost passed out.
And you're just like, oh, that chocolate was a bad idea.
Yeah, you're just holding your wrist like you're about to have a stroke.
Is that what you do when you're about to have a stroke? You just grab your wrist?
Well, you were, yeah.
Pretty sure it was my elbow.
Well, you were grabbing your arm.
I was
just like you were dying.
I kind of was dying last night, but it's okay.
We you and I both were. Oh, so we're gonna talk about last night? We're gonna talk about our nights?
We're gonna talk about our 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July.
America's 2016. Woo!
And we
Can you guys believe America is 2016 years old?
We shot fireworks at each other, and they set off a smoke bomb, and I kicked into a yard. And
hold on, no. Dylan
it.
lights a smoke bomb, sets it on the ground, and then before I can get out, don't throw it or kick it; they'll catch on fire. Goat just smacks this thing.
I punted it into someone's yard,
and then it just flames.
As soon as you were done talking, it hits the ground and pops on fire.
And it's not just fire what's it called? Oh no, it's burning itself. No, it's spewing flames at very high speed. As quickly as it was spewing smoke, it was spewing fire.
Yeah, that's because
And as I was driving by this morning, not this morning, but a moment ago, I saw the giant black spot.
I feel bad because I really like those neighbors and they're really cool and they like us. We like them. He takes really good care of his lawn.
Oops.
Yeah. It's okay though.
I just punted the shit out of it. I also got Dylan.
I mean, they
Yeah, he fucking actually cut me with a firework.
Yeah, because I threw it on the ground and screamed
just-
chaos.
it hit him
theory.
like right in the stomach too.
I didn't.
No,
even-
it was on my arm.
Oh, it was
That's
on your
where it
arm?
hit me.
Yeah, he was setting up like a firework for like Sam or Zach or whatever.
I think
and,
he was just lighting something. Just
Yeah,
'cause.
and I threw a firework on the ground and screamed chaos theory, and it just happened to go in his direction. But we'd been aiming at each other and just zipping past each other the whole night. But as
Yeah,
soon
that's
as I let
because,
it do its thing,
We're not using like the good bottle rockets. These are like the 99-cent.
It'll
pack
basically
for-
just smack you, and that's it.
Yeah, they do. Oh, and the other fun thing is, I would say so for the ones that aren't 99 cents, because I also have more expensive ones, I would say about 1 in 10 is a dud.
Yeah.
And then the 99-cent ones, you're working with 50/50s a dud, so it makes it even better. So if
Yeah.
someone runs up, rips the stick off, lights it, and drops it on the ground, you're like, it's either okay, or you're gonna want to move. You never really know.
oh, let's talk about the because everything else was kind of fun. There's nothing really to talk about. We were just lighting fireworks at each other. But the final mortar we lit of the evening, Dylan's like, I'm done. And we have one left. And I go, oh, no, I'll light it. So I go to light the mortar, right? And everything's fine. I get the flame going, and I light it. And it sparks all over my leg. So I kick the mortar towards Dylan and Zach.
As the tube
our friend
tips
Zach.
over and points at us.
Yes, it's pointed directly at them. And so we just have a mortar shoot across the field directly at him. That was fun to watch.
I wouldn't suggest anybody do that because, magnesium burns really hot and it's not good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we all have
we're-
blisters on our hands.
We're professionals, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
We were
not-
supervised by adults.
No,
we are adults.
We are not
Exactly.
professionals.
I'm
Yeah, I mean, we
professional, I
were
don't know
we
about
were
you guys.
observing Sam. It's all right.
The real problem is our lighters kept not working.
Yeah. If we just had
You
a
cannot
good-
cheap out on lighters.
If we had a good source of fire, we would have done a lot more damage.
Why can't magic be a thing?
Fuck.
Real magic needs to be a thing. Someone needs to get on working with that so I can
Zach,
inject stuff
you
in
need
my
to
blood.
draw sigils on pieces of paper and masturbate on them.
No, see, Zach.
Is that really all I have to do?
That's magic.
Zach, if your concept of magic where I just go
Fireball.
were to work, yeah, I would have the big pile of fucking fireworks. I would have just fucking lit them all. You would all been fucked.
We wouldn't have been that bad because we would have just been like shield.
No, I would have though. Yeah, but then
Barrier.
that would be really pretty. Set
Wall.
a barrier around those and just watch them go.
That would be really cool. Why don't we get a giant glass container, put a ton of fireworks in it, and light it on fire?
Bad idea.
That is a bad idea because it'll blow up and there'll be glass shards
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. It would also smoke up the inside so we wouldn't be able to see anything.
No, it'll be fine. We'll get the smokeless gunpowder and make our own fireworks.
I had a friend at work make his own fireworks, and I knew this man was crazy when he was just like, yeah, so I made my own fireworks. And I was like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah, I just filled tubes with black powder and then put a cannon fuse on it.
We
Shit.
interesting story. My brother and I would take a bunch of M80s, cut the tops off, and empty them into toilet paper tubes until we filled the whole thing up, and then we'd stick a fuse in it.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
That's how someone loses hands.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking we had a foot piece of fuse. We wouldn't be near that
Oh, it
thing.
wasn't yesterday when I had those M16 fucking things, and I lit it, and the fuse was
M80s?
the M80s, and I lit it, and the fuse was so fast it burnt through my fingers, and I barely had a split second to drop them before the whole thing started cracking.
Those weren't the M80s. Those were
Those are just
a
firecrackers.
long time,
Oh.
about a couple years ago. My grandfather found firecrackers from when he was a kid, and he was like, "Here, you have these." And I don't use them a lot because they're really cool. Just because one, they're really old and they're
jank.
They're jank. And they don't make firecrackers that much gunpowder in them anymore. But instead of the normal green fuse you get with fireworks, it's just a tissue paper fuse. So we're talking from the time you light it to the time it goes off is under half a second.
Yeah.
So it's basically light drop. You can't throw or anything. You just have to let go of it and be done with it. If you hesitate or think, as long as your hand's open, you're gonna be fine. But if you're holding them, you're gonna lose a finger.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I didn't know Goat had got any of those.
Because I was planning.
Otherwise, I would have told him.
I was planning on just throwing them.
He pocketed a bunch, and he was just like, don't tell anyone.
And then all I do is I turn around to Goat, just going, "Oh shit!"
What, did that boy show up?
Oh no. But yeah, No, that's pretty much my life, though. It's like, I'm gonna do a cool thing. Oh no, it's backfired! I'm maimed! It's a good life.
Alright, I think, is that about it for this one?
Yeah.
What are we
We're
gonna try to talk about next? Are we just
Aliens.
Yeah,
we're just gonna
aliens.
leave it open-ended because we probably won't finish
Yeah,
something
sorry,
in time.
Dino Coil's been a mess because we've all been so busy and it's a 26 episode series. But
Yeah, and we had our 1 week break. That was kind of nice.
yeah, sorry about that.
Aliens. We're talking about aliens.
We're in the
No
future. We're gonna
specification
in the
yet.
future we're gonna try to do aliens. We're not gonna set a date for it, but so in the future we got aliens to look forward to. Dino Coil, and
We'll probably watch Angel Egg and
Angel
talk
Egg.
about it. Eraserhead.
Eraserhead. I
My
think those
Love
movies.
Story.
I think
My Love Story.
My Love Story. I think let's try to do Eraserhead because
But I've
You
already
want to do
got-
Angel Egg and Eraserhead as one episode?
yes,
I've already got a date set for when we're gonna watch the material
Yeah.
for
All right.
the alien episode.
All right. Well, this is Zach,
I'm Dylan.
And this is Zach. I'll see you guys later.
and
Good
that's
one.
and that's the noise of 3.